Audio Novels 2.0. Hello everyone. We are once again together in a new story. We hope you like it and that you enjoy it as we did when creating it. Eat healthy, drink water daily and do not overexert yourself. Take care and welcome to Audio Novels 2.0. I hear a weird noise coming from the bushes, and something comes out of them. A kind of wild boar rushes to my side. It has a fierce look, along with its large size that is 4 meters high, 3 meters long and 2.5 meters thick. The attack was so sudden, and together at his gaze, I didn't have time to react. The wild boar charged me and sent me flying for about 15 meters. I'm spinning and spinning, but I can see things like I'm walking and not spinning. I'm surprised at the ability, immunity to motion sickness, or maybe it's a rock slime ability that I digested. Luckily in the skin ability Dura soaked up most of the damage and I just felt a big push back. When I stopped, the big boar stopped looking for me. When it appeared it only saw me as a monster and it was taking me out of its territory or something similar. Vertrits, what is that noise? When I looked at where the sound came from, I was surprised. A kind of wasp goes to my side. No wait, it's not one. The sound begins to be heard much more. There are more than 100 wasps. Each one measures between 5 to 10 centimeters. That's terrifying. I feel like my blood slime is freezing. It's not like I had blood in the first place. Panicking, I focus on generating my thick skin. I am surprised. Apparently I can generate up to 3 layers of tough skin at the same time. That's good. The wasps start to sting my tough skin, and it seems to hold up well, but it doesn't. It will last a long time. I generate several rock spikes and start to escape. Because everything has to be so scary in this dungeon, at least if I had time to prepare myself. But no, everything has to come at once, like that wild boar. I turn and I turn, increasing my speed, and, no, a lake. I can't stop and I end up inside the lake. The lake, it's a somewhat dark lake. It's hard to see at a distance of about 5 meters in front of me. After about 3 minutes I hit bottom. I try to turn towards the corner of the lake. I go slowly but surely and as expected I get stuck in a part where the floor is very slippery and I can't climb any higher. This is starting to get to me disturb. I think of ways to escape from this situation. After 1 minute of mediating, I found the best answer, and that is if the lake is the problem, then the lake can disappear. I raise my 2 tentacles and start to absorb everything the possible water. In the end, I was able to collect 3,464 liters of non-potable water and I also obtained 24 poisonous fish and 5 kilos of algae. I don't know what they are for but I will leave it saved. Ruina, I hear a strange sound. Ruina, a kind of giant frog jumped up. It is 5 meters high, 4 meters wide and 4 meters long. It is staring at me. I think if I don't move it doesn't see me, or that was from another creature. Suddenly the giant frog opens its mouth and shoots me with its tongue. Yuck! It's all sticky, and I stuck to its tongue and it swallowed me completely. Yuck! It has a horrible smell inside. The frog was happy to eat, and it takes a nap to digest its prey. Suddenly the frog starts convulsing and foaming at the mouth. It was so disgusting that I couldn't help it and I filled it with acid. Now it looks a lot worse. Disgust. Imagining a forest with flowers I begin to digest the frog. When I verify what ability the frog gave me I feel disappointed. It only appears to obtain the shape and nothing else. In the details it tells me, giant frog, gives 50 XP, costs 80 XP, nothing special. What a disappointment. At least I have discovered that in the stomach ability, I can store liquids and that is good. I transform into the frog and with a big jump I leave the crater, which was previously full of water. Now it is only less than half. It doesn't matter, it's a dungeon, then it recovers itself. I return to my slime form and generate a triple shield. Just to check the shield is the thick skin. Telling it shield is much easier. After generating the triple shield, it's time for revenge. Wee-hee, I'll go for the wasps first. I got far enough away. While I continued on my way, a kind of wild dog jumps out of the bushes directly to attack me. This kind of dog is 1.5 meters tall and 2.5 meters long. It has a fierce look and fangs that are so sharp, they look like they could destroy anything. I quickly create a triple protection of tough skin, with some spikes. The wild dog takes a big bite, destroying my 3 wards at once and devouring a small part of my slime body. I flash away with a flashing jump, taking distance at once. The wild dog snarls at me ferociously. I spawn a little of paralyzing poison concentrated in my tentacle. The dog comes to attack me again and I make it bite my tentacle with the poison. The dog was hard as a rock, but at the moment it began to move slowly. Even with the paralyzing poison concentrated, the wild dog moves slowly but ferociously. I turn into the cave spider and bite him with 30 grams of paralyzing poison. Then the dog freezes from so much paralyzing poison and I start to digest it. After 1 minute of digesting it, with great emotion I open the window of skills. It appears in the transformation window and the details are: Dungeon Wolf, gives 150 XP, costs 200 XP. I am a little disappointed that it is not in the passive part. I transform into the wild wolf, and I can feel how the specialty of this species of wild wolf is its fangs. I try to test the strength of its bite and bite a thick tree, and I destroyed it. Wah ha 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 ha, genius, it has a great bite and very sharp teeth. I can feel that I can run up to 80 kilometers. The slime's form is faster, but unlike the wolf form, rocky slimes can't turn quickly, and the wolf's defense is much lower. There are advantages and disadvantages. But I have a great doubt, a huge and great doubt. Wah ha 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 ha. What would happen if by combining the speed of the wolf, which by itself is already much greater than that of the slimes, wah ha 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 ha, I try and hey ha 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 ha, och och och, everything hurts. The speed I got was so much that I just couldn't react. By the time I realized what happened, I had already gone through about 3 trees. I have a few parts of the broken tree stuck in my body and I'm bleeding a lot. Although my blood is not completely red, I can see blue tints, a kind of bluish threads like roots. It's interesting. Changing my form also changes the passive of my slime form. The pain I feel in my transformed mode is the normal amount of pain without damage reduction. Hehe, it's painful, but I can see how my blood is still connected to my body starts to come back, except for the parts that are loose. Little by little my body starts to heal, and after 2 minutes I have fully recovered. And as expected, my XP from the transformation was not lost. Technically I lost XP when I was hurt with my parts bleeding, but as I was healing my XP was coming back. I am impressed by the speed I got. I was able to reach 800 km per hour. Continuing on my previous path, another wild wolf appeared and just like the previous one, it tries to bite me, but with the agility of the wolf plus the agility of 20% of my ability slime racial, which unlike the passives is apparently added to all my forms, the racial abilities are the best. He. After dodging the wolf, I bite him on the neck, and he tries to get away by scratching me with his hind legs, but he quickly loses his strength and dies. I keep the corpse in my stomach. When I see the details of my stomach, it says damaged wild wolf X1. Interesting, it's damaged because I bit it. He. This ability is very strict with details, thinking of other ways to eliminate them without damaging them. At the moment an idea occurs to me. I continue on my way and find a bigger wolf and ferocious than the previous one. This wolf is 3 meters tall and 5 meters long. Apart from that, it has sharp claws and has a kind of aura that makes me uneasy. It's like it intimidates me just standing still, and the senses I got from becoming in the wild wolf, they are telling me that it is dangerous. The wolf accelerated towards me at a great speed. I managed to dodge its bite by the hair, but stopping abruptly, it hit me hard with its hind leg, sending me flying. I ended up crashing into a tree, and with pain I got up. When I managed to stand up, the wolf is in front of me, and it devours my head without hesitation. I fall to the ground dead. I say dead, but I'm only pretending to be. The wolf, seeing me without a head, turns around and leaves victorious. While I am healing, I think, this is humiliating, but at least I have a tactical victory. Maybe I lost this battle, but I will win the war. Just wait for me, little wolf. When I grow a little more, I will eat you. After 1 minute my head will finish regenerating and I continue on my way. I still need to return the favor to those wasps and that wild boar. I can see a little bee in the distance. I hide in the bushes so that it does not see me. The wasp is between 5 to 10 centimeters tall and between 8 to 15 centimeters long, that including its abdomen. It is on top of a flower 3 meters high and with a flower 1 meter in diameter. I return my slime form and mold my shape like a snake. I start to approach the wasp that is concentrating on the flower. Wee-hee, I got you. When I am 5 meters away, I jump towards the wasp using flashing impulse skill and devour it completely. The scared wasp starts flapping with all its might, unable to escape. A minute after digesting it, I check my health status. Abilities: Worker Wasp, gives 50 XP, costs 70 XP, measures between 10 cm high and 8 to 15 cm long, has paralyzing and slightly toxic venom. It has a mixed poison. That's good, but I wonder what effect the toxic poison will have, but the fact that it doesn't have a passive is a bit disappointing, and it's a worker wasp. If it's just the worker, there should be more different types of wasps. While I was concentrating, I was surrounded by 11 wasps. The moment I saw them, I was pierced by the wasps, but they're inside me. Annoying scream. What's wrong with this whole dungeon? Everyone here wants to give me a heart attack. Vendite. After calming down, I continue a little more, and I found them. It's time for revenge. I sneak up, shrinking to a measure of 5 centimeters in diameter. In my mini slime mode, they can't see me while I'm hidden inside the brush. I head towards a large group of wasps and approaching close enough, to an extent of 10 meters away, I begin to increase my size to the maximum and prepare to expel as much water as possible. When I get big enough, the wasps see me and they all attack me. At the same time I expel a lot of water, expelling 50 liters per second. I knock down several wasps, but they keep coming more and more. When they are about to touch me, I use the flash slime ability momentum, increasing for 1 second the speed and power at the same time and ejecting 500 liters in 1 second, eliminating the rest of the wasps. Once all the wasps were wet, I quickly began to devour the wasps on the ground, while looking. For I am collecting the wasps that are around with my tentacles, increasing the speed and quantity of those that I can save in my stomach ability. After 10 minutes of continuous search, I have collected about 113 wasps and about 29 damaged wasps. In total I have saved 142 wasps. I was shocked by the gigantic amount of XP obtained by the wasps. From the 4100 XP I had before, now I have 11100 XP points. It's exaggerated, a gold mine for me. Woohoo, but what do I see? Woohoo, a huge panel of wasps. This panel is about 10 meters high, and 20 meters in diameter. It has a few holes. I can see that it is surrounded by 12 wasps. 8 of the wasps are 1 meter long tall. Unlike the worker wasps, they do not have a stinger, but on their front legs they have 2 sharp claws and a more robust body almost like armor, and 4 of the wasps have a reddish color. Unlike the wasps bigger, these are smaller and reddish. They measure about 30 centimeters high and 1 meter long. On the other hand, their body seems more structured for speed and the claws they have on their front legs look even sharper. This begins to scare me a little. Hoo! Out of one of the holes in the giant honeycomb, a worker wasp came out. At the moment a frog appeared between the bushes and tried to attack the hive. It ate the worker wasp. The other wasps dodged its tongues. After 10 seconds after eating the worker wasp, the frog began to slow down and show slight expressions of pain. Apparently the wasp that ate was stinging her inside, with pride until the end. That wasp is my idol, ha. A moment later it was cut by the reddish wasps. Apparently the bigger wasps are like defenders and the red ones are attacking. Stupid frog. From what I could see, the big wasps are a little slower than the workers. but much more resistant, and the red ones are much faster. I would say that they are between 3 to 5 times faster than the worker wasps. I'm sorry, I liked the will of the wasps, but this is necessary. I approached and shot large amounts of water at the wasps, leaving them defenseless. One of the reddish wasps dodged my water attack and came to attack me with all its speed, but unlike the frog, it got trapped inside me. I felt some pain when it was cut, but I'm already healing. I inject it with concentrated paralyzing venom and spit it out to the side. Apparently it's effective with reddish wasps. I become the spider and start to paralyze the others. The big wasps tried to defend themselves, but I was faster than them and they couldn't resist in the end. After digesting each one of the species, I saved the body of the rest. I don't have time to check my status and I rush to enter the hive. It's quite nice inside. I see several wasp cocoons and whoa, how big? A queen wasp. Apparently the queen wasp. The queen tries to defend herself, but she is weak compared to the others. Let's say that her original strength is that of all the wasps, but since I defeat them all, she is defenseless. I quickly turn into the spider and inject her concentrated paralyzing poison, rendering her immobile. With great emotion I review that he gave me all this. Queen Wasp, gives 2000 XP, costs 3000 XP, YAAA 2000 XP and costs 3000 XP. That expensive, very expensive. It is 2 meters tall, 3 meters long, it has a large abdomen. Let's see now the passives. It has the ability of the queen wasp that allows it to generate wasps. Wait, wahahahahaha, that's great, very great, and there's still more to do. Let's see, generate worker, guardian and killer wasps. It has the ability of the queen wasp. Queen's order, created wasps cannot disobey the queen. Well, that ability is obvious. Next, it has the ability to create real honey. Unlike created wasps, they can only create common honey. Hojo honey, listen yummy plus. Real honey like royalty. Ha, my mouth is watering just thinking about it. Whoa, well that would be if I had a mouth and I can have the workers make honey for me. Maximum number of children 200, woohoo, I'm starting to burn with emotion. 200 children, wahahaha, it's great, very great.